It's like the old days. All right, so let me introduce you here. I got two lines here, M and N. All right, line M, line N. And what I did, I took a third line and drew it right through M and N. That third line, line P's got a special name. Anytime I take a line and draw it through two other lines, that line is referred to, and my notes just went dead, huh? Perfect. I'll just keep talking. That line's referred to as a transversal. So if it says right there, what line is your transversal? Line P. Line P. And why is it called a transversal? Because it goes through how many other lines? Two. All right, that's why N isn't a transversal, because it only goes through one of the lines, all right? I'm going to bring it, nope. All right, let's get this, go back, parallel lines. Okay, so line P. And notice when I draw the transversal through, how many angles did I create? I numbered all of them. 8 angles. Like 4 and 5, they have a special name. 1 and 6 have a special name, all right? Different types of angles we got to get figured out right away. This weekend, not that you care, and this is a false story anyway, I'm going to redo some of the interior of my house. What's that telling you? Inside, right? So any of these angles located inside the lines are going to have some type of attachment to it with the word interior. All right? So if I'm talking about angles 4 and 6, they're going to be called something with interior. And if I was going outside my house, I'd be redoing the exterior. So any angles found outside will have some type of exterior designation with it. So let's talk about my first special type of angles. Alternate interior. Well, where do they definitely have to be located? Inside, right? Inside. So I'm not even going to talk about 1, 2, 7, and 8 here. And what do you think the alternate means? Opposite sides of my what? Transversal. There you go. So they're inside the lines, and they're on opposite sides of the transversal. Now, I know some of you, if I called on a number, might give me 3 and 4. Which is correct. They are all on opposite sides, and they are inside the lines, but we got a name for those already from Unit 1 and Unit 2. What are those called? Linear pairs. So I don't need another name for them. They're going to stay linear pairs. So that would mean what? 3 and 6 would be called alternate interior. And that's not the only pair up here. Also, what else is alternate interior that are not linear pairs? Angle 4 and 5. All right. How about the next type? Where are the alternate exterior located? Exterior outside, alternate opposite sides, but don't give me 1 and 2 because they're already what? All right. I don't want linear pairs again. I want another new type. So what other angles up here could I say were alternate exterior? Let's roll 23, alternate exterior.
Angle 1 and angle 8.
Okay, there's one pair. Angle 1 and angle 8. And I won't call on anybody else, but the other pair is 2 and 7. Here's the one we got to worry about. Corresponding. It gives no direction to where I am, right? You don't see exterior, you don't see interior. But you do see corresponding, which to me means they match up. Notice the 4 angles I have up top that were formed? Slide them down the transversal right now. What would 1 match up with? They're corresponding. They correspond. They match up. So 1 and 6 are called corresponding angles. And how about another pair? 3 and 8. All right, now they start. Now the names interior and exterior come back. How about same side interior? What's the same side mean? Same side of the what? Transversal. And their interior. Give me a pair. 26.
Angle 3 and 5.
5 looks good to me. And then I'll do the other pair, 4 and 6. And then finally, how about same side exterior? Same side of the transversal exterior. Where are you taking me to here? 5.
Angle 2 and angle 8.
Good, I'll take that. And I'll get the other pair, 1 and 7. And just to keep you on your toes, vertical. Doesn't change from last unit or unit 1. Give me a pair of vertical angles because there's 4 pair up here. It's 15.
1 and 3.
Good enough for me. I'm not going to list them all. Angle 1 and angle 3. All right. First part of today. Calling them the right name. Calling them the right name. Second part, what should I know about them? All right. What should I know about alternate interior? What should I know about same side interior? All right. So first battle today for you guys, naming the types of angles. If I go off right now, 3 and 6, you say they're alternate interior. That's half the battle. Second half of the battle, know something about them. Okay. Know something about them. All right. Let's start off with parallel lines now. Unit 1, I went over this. It may be a little foggy. Anybody remember the symbol for parallel lines? Because I do not want to write the word parallel again. John?
It's like 2 hash marks.
What do you mean?
Like 1, 2.
Vertical lines?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Yep. How do you mark a diagram to show parallel lines? Right? Because we got a bunch of markings. We got hash marks to show line segments are congruent, arc marks to show angles are congruent. How do I show in a diagram 2 lines are parallel? Arrows. Arrows. So if you, hey, am I going to sometimes just say, hi, these 2 lines are parallel? No, I may just put the markings on. And we're like, oh, boom, they're parallel because I see the arrows. Now, only if I know lines are parallel, these relationships we just had over here, something special happens now. If the angles are alternate interior, on my diagram, give me a pair of alternate interior angles, please. 7, give me a pair of alternate interior.
Oh, that's it. 3 and 5.
3 and 5. If the lines are parallel, 3 and 5 are congruent. Alternate interior angles are congruent. I could yell it. I could do a cartwheel up here. The lines have to be parallel for that to be true. Okay? They have to be parallel. Give me a pair of corresponding angles up here. 28, pair of corresponding angles.
1 and 5.
Okay? 1 and 5, if the lines are parallel, are congruent. Alternate interior and corresponding angles are always congruent if the lines are parallel. One more type of angles that are congruent, alternate exterior. Alternate exterior. Give me 2 angles on your diagram that are alternate exterior. 17?
1 and 7.
1 and 7. Now, I'm starting to get in this congruent habit. So does that mean all 8 angles are congruent? No. These are the only 3 pairs that are congruent. Alternate interior, corresponding, and alternate exterior. What about same side interior? Give me 2 angles that are considered same side interior angles up here. 15? Same side interior. Who's got 15?
Oh, 3 and
15. 3 and?
6.
Okay, take a look, everyone. 3, 6. Not congruent, but what happens if they equal to 180? They are supplementary. Okay? Same side interior angles are supplementary. And finally, give me a pair of same side exterior. same side exterior. 16.
Angle 2 and angle 7.
Angle 2 and 7. Not congruent, but supplementary. Identify them. Name them. Are they congruent or supplementary? That's what I need you to do before you leave the room today. Identify them. Are they congruent or supplementary? All good? Questions before we go on to one? Let's do it. Everyone see the arrows? Let's first start with that. Everyone see the arrows. So that means the lines are parallel. Good. That means all the facts are true. I'm giving you that angle 75 degrees. I want to find angle 1 and 2 for me, please. I don't care how you do it. If you don't want to give me a fancy parallel line fact, I don't care. Use anything from 1 and 2 is fair game. Unit 1 and 2, fair game. But then you do have to justify it, so I am going to be a little bit particular with that. All right, your call. I don't care where you start because you can find angle 2 or 1 right now. You don't have to start with angle 1. You can start with either one. Tell me what it is and how you got there. 19, your show.
She's not here.
Oh, one job. 19. 15, your show now.
Since 75 since 75 is alternate interior to the angle in the top right, and since the angle in the top right is vertical to 2, that means 2 is 75.
Okay, I'm going to get there a little more direct. Okay. Angle 2 is 75. But here's how I'm going to get a little more direct. What's the relationship between angle 2 and the 75 I gave you? I need to know what type of angles those are. Everyone see with the question I'm asking? Yep, if we got to look back, we got to look back. 75 and angle 2 are called what type of angles? 20? 2 and 75. Do I have a 20? Nobody has 20 in here? With one person absent?
Is that Victor? Victor's
Oh, he's not here. All right, maybe. Got me there. All right. 4? They're called 2 and the 75. Corresponding angles. So there are congruent, correct? Hey, and if anybody wants a little cheap trick here, where's angle 2, inside or outside? Inside. Where's the 75? So if one's inside, one's outside, there's no way I can attach an interior and exterior to it, correct? So the only thing else I have is corresponding. So if one's inside, one's outside, probably going to be corresponding. So ready? Here's your reason. And yeah, I'm forewarning, this is a pain in the butt today, having to write all this. But come Tuesday, guess what we're going to start back up again? Statements, reasons. Our proofs. And these are going to be the reasons I expect in those proofs. So get used to it now. Tuesday won't be that big of a deal. All right, so how did I know this was 75? What was given in the problem? These lines were what? So I'm going to start my reasoning by saying parallel lines, because that's what I was given. I don't know if anybody has seen this notation before. A little arrow pointing to the right. Anybody know? Implies. That's implies, all right? Parallel lines, and I don't know why it looks like that. Parallel lines imply, what type of angles were these again? Corresponding. And you can abbreviate corresponding there. Angles are, what do you know about them? Congruent. That is the reasoning I want. Parallel lines imply, tell me the angles we're working with, and what do you know about them? All right, get me to angle 1 now. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't impress me if you use a parallel line fact. If you want to get there some other way, do it. All right, how can I get to angle 1 now? Whew, run out of breath. 10?
The 75 and angle 1 are supplementary.
Which 75?
The one we already know.
Given 75 and angle 1, yep, they are supplementary. So that makes angle 1 what? 105. 105. And doing it the way Zach just did it, you told me they're what type of angles?
Linear pairs.
So I could say, back from last unit, linear pairs are supplementary. Now, did I need to do it that way? Nope. What type of angles are the angle 2 and angle 1 here? Oh boy. I'm going to challenge you here, honors kids. What type of angles are angle 1 and angle 2 here? I'm going to challenge you. 8. What type of angles are 1 and 2 here? Look where they are. Inside or outside?
Same side.
They are same side interior, so you could have said they were supplementary. 75, 105. All good. In an honors level class, this diagram doesn't impress me at all. Anytime I give you the 2 lines with 1 transversal and the 8 angles, that doesn't impress me. What impresses me at an honors level is what happens if it's not that type of diagram, like this one here, number 2. Do I still have parallel lines? Okay, now I got to let's start by finding x. Does that 2x angle have a relationship with any other angle in that diagram? Let's talk. Well, I have my parallel lines here, right? And what would this line right here be acting as then? This would be a what? Transversal. So let's look now. 2x and the right angle. Inside or outside? Inside. Same side or alternate? So basically, you just told me the 2x and the right angle are what? Whoa, boy.
Supplementary.
Same side interior angles, right? That's what you just told me? All right, you've identified them. Now tell me what you know about them. You've said they're same side interior. What do you know about them? If I got to look back, and it's 50-50 shot, right? Congruent or supplementary? It's a 50-50 shot. Are they congruent or supplementary? 3? 3? Same side interior angles. Congruent or supplementary? Okay, so what am I going to do? 2x plus the 90 equals 180. They're same side interior, which makes them supplementary. Those are the 2 things I need. 2x equals, what's that, 90? X equals 45. Justify. Here you go. What did I give you at the very beginning? What did you know about the lines? All these justifications are going to start off the same way. Parallel lines imply, what type of angles did I have? Same side interior angles, and then tell me what you know about them. Are supplementary. That's how we write our reasons. Tell me the type of angle you have, and tell me if they're congruent or supplementary. What about the 2 angles with a y in it? What type of angles are those? Inside or outside? Inside, so it's got to be something with interior. But now, I won't look at this as a transversal. Let's look at that one as a transversal. Same side or alternate? They're the same thing, right? Same side interior. So now I'm going to take those 2 and do what with them? Add them up and set them equal to 180 because they're supplementary. And we don't need to write the justification again. We'll just leave it, the first one right where it is. $115. And then we do have to, this was like a 3-part question. Find x and y, justify it, and now plug it back in to find the angles. So what's the 2x angle going to be? 90 degrees. Angle y we already found was 115. And then how about the y minus 50 angle? 65. Ask away here. Figure out what type of angles they are, and know if they're congruent or supplementary. It's a two-step process. Figure out what type of angles you have. What do you know about them, congruent or supplementary? Any questions? Because now you and your group are going on your own for number 3. Okay? You got the parallel lines given. Here you go. You got about 2 minutes or so. Find angles X and Y. Go about it any way you want after this one's done. Yep.
Okay, so this is
So-
wait. I feel like we could have done this like an easier way. Oh no, we can do. Okay, say this is the
All right, what do you say? Let's get back here. Well, it was great walking around.
It's
A lot of different ways you guys approached this.
1:30.
I don't know if they're the right ways, but a lot of different ways you approached it.
This is the transverse.
Start with an angle, X or Y. Tell me how you got there. Your pick. Let's start 18. Your pick.
X equals 70.
X does equal 70. That is correct. How did we get there?
Because 70 and X are corresponding angles.
They are. Hey, and I get it. Some of you don't see that they're corresponding. Let me do a little magic trick for you. Let me get rid of this. Take this angle, slide it down. Where does it match up? On the 70. Okay, I get it. Hey, I get it. Especially when that's in the way. You don't see that. All right, but yes, it is 70. So I'll go with this group's explanation. Parallel lines imply corresponding angles congruent. Great job. So that's now 70. How do we get to Y? How did we get to Y now? Let's hear from 11's group.
Okay. So we didn't completely finish, but what we did is we did since we know that X is now 70.
Yep.
We did 70 plus 50 plus Y equals 180.
Yep. These 3 angles, I don't want to use the word supplementary because that's only 2. These 3 angles add to 180. Yep. So what? Perfect. Y equals 180 minus 70 minus 50. That should be a 60-degree angle. And if you're going to do it that way, again, I do not want to see the word supplementary because that's only reserved for 2 angles. We could say what? Straight angles equal 180. Did anybody do this? Any group say, oh, if that's 50, that bad boy's 50 up here because they're alternate interior and there's 180 degrees in a triangle? You could get to angle Y that way too. Great job, guys. Good job. Anything else? Before we go a little hardcore algebra on you. We're all good? All right, let's do it. Everyone see what I gave you right at the top? Mark your diagram with it. AB parallel to CD. Mark it. Mark it. Get in that habit. AB parallel to CD. All right, EGA is 2x. Everyone find EGA, slap a 2x there. EGA, 2x. GHC, slap a 5x minus 4 there. 2054, I did the same thing.
At this time, we are going to begin releasing students for the pep rally. Please wait until your wing is called before leaving your classroom.
Is this 107?
A wing and F wing, please proceed to Gym B.
All right, well, what time? Where are we going? I don't think they said upper D wing. I don't know where we're going. 2x and 5x minus 54. What type of angles are those? Identify them. 15? Okay, you identified them. Now what do I know about them? They're corresponding. That makes them 21. Congruent to each other. 2x equals 5x minus 54. Move the 5x over. Negative 3x equals negative 54. X equals 18. Explain your reasoning. All right, we've done this a ton today, and this is where I will end it. 4, help me out with the reasoning. What type of lines did I have? Oh, type of lines. At the beginning, what did they tell you about the lines?
B wing and C line.
Ooh, so sorry.
Please proceed to Gym B.
They're parallel.
Parallel lines imply what type of angles did I have? Corresponding angles, and then what do we need to tell us about the corresponding angles? Congruent. Back to Google Classroom, checking your answers, and you're back to your textbook. Just hold your horses here.